Yo, what's up guys? New guide video. It's been a while. GB12 has been nerfed, so let's actually see what we can do. I got a lot of questions. Can Julie one-shot right now? If some Julie can one-shot, it's gotta be yours. So let's check that out. I got a crazy new team. I also got a bunch of units that can replace other units for a more free-to-play option. So stay tuned for that. Also, if you haven't yet liked this video, subscribe to the channel. I've seen that 54% of you people have not subscribed yet, so please subscribe to the channel and let's look at the video. Also, for people that are gonna mention it, is it easy to rune? Relatively for me, I would say it was easier to rune than I expected. As long as you got the good mindset, the good team, and understanding where it could go wrong and could go right and how it should work, which I will all explain in this video, it was relatively easier to rune than I expected. But that is me. I mostly come up with crazy runes, crazy teams, so let me know in the comments if you can rune this, because it's technically just one unit very crazy and the other units are kind of doable, I would say. So let me know in the comments if you think you can rune this. Either how, enjoy the video. So for the first part of the video, can Julie one-shot? I went out full max. Full max. What can we do? So if we go full max, we go Perna lead, 44 lead, triple fight, Raki, triple fight, Pisama, triple fight, and the last unit, triple fight. So we're looking at 12 sets of fight with a Julie that has 2360 attack, 255 crit damage, with the artifacts as following: a 15% additional damage from attack, which is pretty much a very high roll. It's a -1 on a hero roll. Then we have 9 damage on water, which is a 1- off a roll as well. So technically we're looking at a legendary artifact with pretty much near perfect stats for this dungeon. The other artifact is a little bit lacking, just the 13 of attack. It's a little bit more than a blue, plus another grinding. So this is pretty much just a blue plus artifact. So let's go into the dungeon, see what actually happens. I know that my Pisama outspeed doesn't really matter. I'm just checking for how much damage do you actually do and how far are you off. So I think I didn't put it on -1 speed, but as you can see, I'm pausing it here. This is pre-recorded. The rest of the video is not going to be pre-recorded, but as you can see here, I'm hitting 5Ks on the middle units and about 6.8Ks on the side units. So I did pause it here. How much does it actually? It leaves me with quite some attack left. Trust me, I've been in these dungeons a lot. You think this might be, oh, you're so close to actually killing it. No, this amount of HP bar is adding like 3 or 4 more fight sets. I'm not joking. This is actually a lot more that you need to do for extra damage. Sure, if you just do an S1 here, you hit like, what, 2k? I think I hit the 2k or something here. It actually dies. But adding that extra damage is still adding like 2 or 3, maybe 4 fight sets to actually get in there. Let's see if I switch an artifact for more damage on water, if that would actually change. I do remove 15 additional damage from attack. So that is quite some reduction. So if we hit that, you can see I'm only hitting like 4.5Ks, which is already quite a bunch less, and that's just not good enough, and you're not gonna get there. So with that said, can Julie one-shot right now? I cannot. Maybe there's some people with even better artifacts. Maybe if you have additional damage from attack on both sides, like some 18, some quad roll, something crazy or something, you could get kind of close. I also tried with fight runes, because fight runes of course stack better with additional damage by attack artifacts, but still I couldn't get there. So either how, the answer for me is no, Julie cannot one-shot. So if Julie cannot one-shot, what is the actual team? Well, this is the actual team, and guys, don't worry. Don't be all like, oh, I don't got Luna, pay to win team, blah, blah, blah. The runes are pay to win in the first place anyways. But the thing is, I have other options for these Lunas, even for both Lunas. But I will talk about those in the end. First, I'm going to talk about how this team works, why it works, and then we go over those kind of things. Also, with the additions, some of the mechanics are a little bit different. So let's look at how a run works. Can I pause this? No, I cannot pause this. So we got Julie S3 into Illusion S3, perfect AI. I explained that concept many times. So we got a Sophia S3 into a Luna S3 that has speed enough to also go for that same Luna S2. Again, waves cleared by Julie S3, Illusion S3. Man, I can't keep up with this run. We got another Sophia S3. We got the same Julie going from S3, S2. And if that would go had of went instead of S3, S1, S3, S2 for the Luna, then Luna would have killed the boss on the second Luna. So that's pretty much how it works. It's crazy fast, I can barely keep up. So we got, again, S3, S3, perfect AI. Why is it perfect AI? Because the side crystals have that low HP that Lucian becomes perfect AI to slap his S3 on that. This one, again, we got S3, S2. S3 for the Luna works because perfect AI by max HP. And then it goes for the S2 because of perfect AI, because of low HP for the enemy. So here I need a little bit more damage on that second Luna to get the consistent 25 seconds. If the Julie also has to take a turn, it's 26 seconds. Without it, it can go like 24.8 or something. So let's see if we can get a run like that. But as you can see, this is crazy consistent. I've been running this for quite a while. There is a slight RNG factor, which is that Sophia is not landing all of the armor breaks. It is very unlikely. She has a 5 multi-hit with I don't know how much percentage of activation rate. It is pretty high, but it can happen that you miss all of the armor breaks. And when that happens, then it's a little bit slower. Or well, it gets quite a bit slower. I've seen some runs that went up to like 40 seconds, but I still didn't fail it because the team is just pretty fast. Also, the Lunas, they push back on the skill 3. They have kind of low rate because they have actually very low accuracy. So let's actually see if we can get a 25-second run, because this Luna doesn't want to use her S2 as of most cases so far on the final boss. So Luna, go for an S2 please, thank you. S2, no S2. Strange. She should be able to do S2 there. If she does S2 there, then it's an insta-kill on that as well. Very strange that she doesn't do that right now. Okay, one more run. It's very quick anyways. And then I'll go over the runes. I go over the mechanics. Why does it work? How does it work? First I'll go over the mechanics, then I'll go over the runes, because I think that makes more sense. Because this speed tuning is very tight. If you just try to run this by yourself, you're not gonna get this kind of time. Probably not, because you don't understand the exact speed tuning that goes into this one. This one is very tight on... It's not very tight on the speed tuning, but you have to get to certain thresholds. S2, thank you. Okay, S2 into S3. Finally, we got a killer of a 25-second run. But as you can see, I've been running throughout this whole video 25, 26 seconds. If I have my second Luna on a little bit more damage, I could even do more than that always. So I think I just have to up the damage of the second Luna somehow a little bit. They are already on quite decent to great stuff, so it's not that easy to improve. This is very hard for the rune requirements. It is pretty hefty out there. So let's see if I can pull this to the foreground of what I mean. Okay, so let's keep it running in the background. Might be a little bit distracting, but I hope you can read it from there. So what do we have here? This is just a copy of a speed setup thing that I had for a very long time. I'm not even sure who made it. Sorry, no credits for that, because I don't even know who made it. I made a copy of it. So this is where I check my speed tuning and that kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of other sites that also do it, or other tools, but I like to use this one because it's quite flexible, editable, that kind of stuff. So what do we want here? I want my Julie to take a turn in the 5th tick. If you don't know about ticks, maybe I should make a separate video about that, but there's a whole bunch of information about that as well. So I want my Julie to move in the 5th tick, therefore my Lucian can move in the 6th tick, therefore my Sophia can move in the 7th tick, therefore my Luna, first Luna, can move in the 8th tick, and therefore the Luna can move again in the 9th tick. I tried to do it if I use 7 or 6, 7, 8, 9. That didn't work, so I had to go for 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, and therefore I can kill the middle boss. The middle boss is on the speed of 169. So, and the rest of the dungeon is pretty much a lot slower. So this is mainly needed for the middle boss. The moment you clear the middle boss like this, you can make it work. But your Julie actually needs to be at least 169 as well. Otherwise, she's not gonna be there in the 5th tick. So your Julie has to do enough damage on a plus 169 build. Your Lucian has to do enough damage on a plus 120 build. Your Sophia has to be able to armor break and probably be on a lot of fight sets on a 86 build. And then your Luna has to be on a very, very high damage, the most crazy damage build you can find, on a plus 160 or a 61 speed build. Then your final Luna has to be around 30 speed. The main reason that it's 30 speed is because that 30 speed is actually lapping the Julie in the, wait, where is it? Yeah, it's lapping the Julie in the 10th tick. Otherwise, the Julie would move twice before the second Luna would move. And you need at least, if you would go for a minimum, you don't want to go for that, you need at least, I think it was somewhere around 20 speed or something, or 10 speed to outspeed the final boss, because the second Luna doesn't even move in this stage. So I would recommend going 30 for that in this case. So now we know the speed tuning, let's look at the actual runes. I think we also just finished the run, how fast it went. 27 seconds, I think we had one run probably where it went a little bit slower, yeah, 142. So what happened here is probably armor breaks didn't land and then you get a little bit of a slower run. But that is about it. As you can see, this is running a crazy amount faster than the old Seth Tattoo kind of team. Seth Tattoo, I got like 37, 38, 39 seconds average, that kind of stuff tops. So it is good, but not as crazy as this. So let's look at the runes. Looking at the runes, we got a Swift Broken for Julie. We're still rocking that same artifact here, but I actually had to put a worse artifact on the right side. Main reason is you don't want to kill the crystals on the left and the right. If you kill the crystals on the left and the right, Lucian is not going to be perfect eye unless you heavy kill the golems. Heavy killing the golems is actually very difficult, so therefore I rather recommend you to make Julie not one-shot the crystals, but very close to one-shot. Damage is about, I have to recheck, you can recheck in the video, I think it's 2.8k or something per hit for the Julie, to not make them one shot. I could be wrong on that, but just recheck in the video. So for the runes, it's a good set, but as you can see, I actually held back like quite a lot on this kind of stuff to not overkill it. These runes are good, but it's nothing crazy, right? Then we have Lucian. Lucian is a double fight set, 121 with, well, some broken stuff on the side. This is already looking a little bit more crazy. You don't need this good of a Lucian actually. Lucian just, I really recommend aim for the double or triple fight. I couldn't make triple fight on this kind of speed. You need at least 85 crit rate to crit the golems always. You just need to do a little bit damage. Since you're doing ignore defense, killing the golems is fairly easy. So I would really recommend you go for the enough crit rate, go for enough speed, and any damage you do additionally, it doesn't really matter, but try to aim for the double fight because your Luna is really going to like that. Then we have a Sophia. Sophia is on the 86 speed, exactly as what we needed. Triple fight, pretty decent set for a triple fight if I would say so. Egg is still max. I think you only need to have 80 or somewhere, I think the middle boss somewhere has like 70 resistance right now, so kind of need like 55 accuracy, and then it's already max. You need max skill on the third skill, of course. And then for the runes, for fight runes are pretty decent, but there are also some shitters like this in there. So the more damage you do on this, it's pretty nice. Do keep in mind, if your Luna would one-shot with her S3, she's not gonna do S2. Luna actually needs, because Luna, wait, that's the wrong Luna. Luna actually has a 4-turn on this and a 3-turn on this. Well, 3-turn if it's max skilled. Currently don't have it max skilled. I think, yeah, I miss a few skill ups. But a 4-turn means that she will not get this skill back during the boss stage. She only gets this skill back during the boss stage if she actually got that second skill, which she gets by having 100% attack bar push-up if you're at 100% HP. Which means that if you would one-shot on the third skill, you're not gonna get your second skill, which means you're not gonna get your third skill on the final boss. You need that third skill on the final boss on the first hit. Actually, well, do you really need it? You can go without, but it's a lot faster if you actually do. So these runes, yes, these runes are crazy. We're looking like 44 attack here. We're looking like pretty much what maxed out kind of stuff here. We're looking at like 70 flat attack on this kind of stuff after every crazy stat. We're looking at 23 with an 11 on this side with a near maxed out enchant grind kind of stuff. This one's not that crazy. And we're looking at some good stats on this. So yes, this thing actually has some crazy stats. This is the most difficult part of the thing to run. Also, if you're looking artifact, you got 18 damage on water. You're slapping the shit out of water. But we're not done there. We still got crit damage good and crit damage bad. On the side, we have crit damage skill 3, crit damage skill 2, and single target crit damage. Also for artifacts on the Lucian, let's go real quick. We just got some damage on water, and then some crit damage is 3. And we have some additional damage by attack here, 15. It's a nice one. And then this is just some ACK. I don't even think I need it. But yeah, back to the Luna. This Luna is crazy. Do you need this crazy of a Luna? I think you need a pretty dope Luna. But what the main thing is that you want is that your Luna can actually go for a skill 3 into a skill 2. And the skill 2 will always kill. Because the HP of the golem is that low, the S2 will always proc if you make it low enough, and therefore you will always kill. Could you say like, okay, what if the final unit would actually kill it? You could. The thing what you would have to do then is on the second or on the 5th unit, you have to put will runes. Those will runes will not make you get stunned by the side golems. You still need around this kind of speed. If you go faster speed, Luna's not gonna take the double turn. Or the first Luna is not going to take the double turn. So you do want that. So you can go for a slower unit around this kind of speed with a will rune. And therefore your 5th unit can actually finish off the golem if your Luna doesn't kill it in the first try. The 5th Luna, the final unit, we again got a double fight set. Pretty slow, some broken set next to it to actually give enough crit rate. That was the main thing I was missing. Another 17% damage on water. I got some good damage on water, I guess. And then we have some more crit damage, good, single target, crit damage, everything. Damage, 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 damage. So that's what my team looks like. Those are the artifacts. Now talking about what can you replace. Easiest replacement, if you only have one Luna, you go for a Lin. Lin is probably the best option. Afterwards, I would rune it pretty much the same as I would rune the Luna. It's still the final killer for the boss. I think I don't even need a second Luna to make it work as I do. I think it's just a little bit better in case of a derp of Sophia. Then the second Luna would be better. Otherwise, a Lin would be perfectly fine. But what if you don't have a Luna at all? If you do not have a Luna at all, I recommend you to build a second Sophia, but then on damage. Because Sophia actually, this is a triple fight Sophia and already does a good amount of damage. If you build a full rage and a lot of high damage, maybe even going on fatal, a lot of additional damage by attack, Sophia, it will do a lot and a lot of damage. The issue is you have to kill the golem before their Julie moves again and before they move. So what you could actually do, if you have a setup of this with a double Sophia and your Lin always gets proc to perfect AI because the boss is at low enough HP that Lin will always finish off the boss, you're Gucci. Another option you could do is you build 3 Sophias. So your Sophias will always have perfect AI and their skill is actually on a 3-turn cooldown. So they will have their skill 3 up at the middle stage, but also at the final boss. Of course, at the final boss, he's gonna counter slap the backhand you at your ass because you multi-hit it too much. But I'm actually pretty sure if you build 1 triple fight Sophia to armor break and 2 high damage Sophias to move after and do a lot of damage, I'm pretty sure you could near kill or actually kill the boss. I would recommend to go for a double Sophia setup with a Lin. Try to add as much damage as possible. And that is pretty much it. But I'm telling you, man, this is the fastest B12 that we can run right now. It's faster than crazy MB12 team, which is like 29 seconds or 30 seconds. This is way faster than the DB12 team, which is like fastest, I would say, 36 to 38 seconds. These are some crazy teams. So if you haven't farmed Giants for quite a while, like I did, I legit didn't farm Giants for, I think, the whole year. And we're already almost in December. And legit, since January, I didn't farm this kind of stuff anymore. This is probably your time that you'd be like, okay, I can go back to this dungeon. Let's see if I can farm this. Again, not easy rune requirements. But I was actually, for the Julie, I was surprised it was relatively easy. For the Lucian, I was surprised it was relatively easy. But Lucian could actually do quite some less damage. I could be fine on that. The Luna is difficult to rune. You need a crazy damage set on that. That's pretty much my normal Lucian set or my normal Vert set, like depending where I use it. And then the second one, well, that's just adding quite a bit of extra damage. I think I have to check if I can even add some more damage that I can get close to the 25 seconds always. But this is the kind of team you want to run. So guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and Seiishizo here. Peace out.